Today we are going to talk about what the rainwater cycle is. Water is known to exist in three different forms: as a solid, liquid or a gas. As a solid, water can exist as ice glaciers and snow. A cloud is lots of tiny water droplets or ice crystals together, and a snowflake is made of many ice crystals as well. Rain is just liquid water. Liquid water can be found all over the world, in the oceans, rivers, lakes, and even your own swimming pools. Gas is when the water evaporates. Water existing as a gas is called water vapour. You can see water evaporating when making tea. The steam which comes out is the gas. There are four main stages in the water cycle. We are going to discuss these stages. They are evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. Let's look at each of these stages now. Evaporation. Let's begin the water cycle journey with water on the surface of the earth. That's where most of the liquid water on the surface is found. Liquid water can be found in rivers, oceans, ponds, and your very own swimming pool. The change of water into a gas is called evaporation. This happens when the sun shines heat onto the water and turns it into an invisible gas called water vapour. This process is called evaporation, when the water vapour rises up into the sky. In other words, water leaves the Earth's surface and enters the atmosphere as a gas. Condensation is the change of water vapour into water droplets. Clouds are made of tiny water droplets. When water vapour cools down, it turns back into water droplets. Condensation is also the process by which water vapour is changed back into liquid water. Condensation is very important to our weather and climate because it is what is responsible for cloud formation. Without clouds, we would not get to the third phase, which we will talk about in a minute. Clouds form when water vapour condenses around small particles, like bits of dust or smoke in the air. Depending on the size of the drops, these particles may or may not be visible. Even on a clear, cloudless day, water vapour is always present in the atmosphere, but it does vary in amounts. It often feels like we need to swim through the air. We know it is present on a very humid day. Fog is condensation near the ground. Precipitation occurs when too many water droplets form in the cloud. The cloud gets heavy and the water droplets fall. Water falls from the sky in the form of rain, snow, or hail. This process is called precipitation. Precipitation is a vital component of how water moves through the water cycle, connecting the ocean, land, and atmosphere. Knowing where it rains, how much it rains, and how the rain might fall, whether it be snow or hail, allows scientists to better understand precipitation and the impact this has on our rivers, streams, and groundwater. Collection. Collection. This is when water that falls from the clouds as rain, snow, hail, or sleet collects in the oceans, rivers, lakes, and streams. Oceans and lakes collect water that has fallen. Water evaporates into the sky again, and the cycle continues. The water falling on land collects in rivers and lakes, soil, and layers of rock, and much of it flows back into the oceans, where it will once more evaporate. The cycling of water in and out of the atmosphere is a big aspect of the weather patterns on Earth. Let's do a quick summary. of the water cycle. The water cycle describes how water evaporates from the surface of the Earth, rises into the atmosphere, cools and condenses into rain or snow in clouds, and falls again to the surface as precipitation. Evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and collection. These are the 4 stages of the rainwater cycle.